Hey guys, what's up? The TheiPodKid here, and we are back with my app reviews. I've been on vacation for a couple weeks. I did not die, and I did not forget about you guys. So let's get back into this app reviews. This is app review number 102, and in this review I have 3 applications for you guys, all of which have been very highly requested. We're going to start this review off with FIFA 2010. First off, I do want to say there are 2 different versions of FIFA in the App Store. There's FIFA 2010, which I'm reviewing right now, and there's also FIFA World Cup. I highly recommend to pick up the 2010 version solely because it has more features and I believe is a better application. Now, this is going to be by EA Sports, so there's 2 different things there. 1, it's going to be high in quality and it's a good application, but 2, it's going to be at a higher price tag. EA Sports games are usually going to be for a higher price. There's a lot of different things you can do in FIFA 2010. You have kickoff if you want to just do a normal exhibition quick game. You do have game modes with quite a few different game modes that you're going to see on the console versions of the application. Manager mode where you can manage a team and players. Your tournament mode where you can pick a team and see if you can win first place. Be a pro where you're going to be one select person and you're going to play as them the entire time. There's training and there's also penalty shootout. So, quite a few different features for one application. Definitely a nice feature. There's also online multiplayer. If you're in Wi-Fi access, you can play other people around the world. It doesn't have to be someone right next to you in the same room. Definitely an awesome feature. So let's get into it. I'll show you guys a quick exhibition game just so I can show you guys some of the graphics and the gameplay. I might add though, this does have some pretty fantastic controls. That was definitely a huge concern of a lot of people out there. I know people were concerned if it's going to have good controls because there's usually quite a few buttons for these EA Sports games on the consoles, and it's very hard for them to transfer this over to a 3.5-inch screen. And as you see right here, the graphics look fantastic. Not too much frame rate in the beginning. Hasn't done much though. It's just showing you the stadium. And here's all the players walking out onto the field. And as you see, it does look pretty lifelike. Pretty nice application so far. And here's a little quick tutorial on how to actually play. Here's the graphics. Players are pretty lifelike. They do have some nice movements. And we are off. And I am blue. And I almost stole the ball. You can just tap on a player to select them. There's a few different ways to play the game actually, which is definitely nice. There's different control schemes, but also instead of just having to tap a button to switch your player, you can also tap on a player, which is definitely an awesome feature. Because if you ever played the console versions, it's very difficult now in the newer ones to actually change your player. I personally believe so, because you have to actually angle yourself to who you want to pick, but since this is a touchscreen, you can simply just touch on any of the people that you want to be, which is definitely an awesome feature. Great job on the control scheme for them. Oh, I shot, I missed, fantastic. So anyway, I do want to go over this though. If you do into the pause menu, you have resume match, you have team management if you want to do subs and stuff. There's also an instant replay, which is definitely awesome. You have a lot of different things you can do in the instant replay. You can go at half speed if you really want to. You can just play normally, you can fast forward for scenes, you can also fast forward to the end. It's an awesome thing. There's even different camera angles as you see. Zoom in, zoom out, go through different camera angles. I don't know, personally, I think this is a fantastic application. If you're a fan of soccer at all, I highly recommend to go pick up FIFA 2010 in the application store. If you're not even a fan of soccer and you're just looking for a good sports game to play, this application has so many features inside of it and so many different game modes. You're going to have fun with this one for quite some time now. So that's going to be FIFA 2010, an application by EA Sports that I highly recommend to go check out in the App Store. And my next app for you guys in this review is Worms. It's an awesome application. If you've never heard of it, it sounds kind of stupid. It was originally a computer game quite some time back. I had it about 10 years ago. I'd play this on my PC all the time. And this application has definitely done the original game quite some justice. The controls are fantastic for such a small device. There's new weaponry, you have the ability to create your own custom team, play online or local multiplayer if you want to for free, and it's just overall a pretty awesome application. It's not that high of a price tag either. It has an original single player campaign if you want to play through different teams, body count, practice match, and then quick game. I'll just show you one of those. And what you're going to do when you start off in any quick game or in a challenge, you're going to get a randomly customized and generated map. Here you guys see that right now. And then your worms are going to be plopped down anywhere on the map. You are facing other worms, you're facing other teams, and you get pretty vicious. What we're going to be doing is being these cute little guys right there, and what we're doing is using different types of weapons to kill other worms. It sounds pretty easy, but it's definitely very difficult, especially when you get farther on in the challenges. These are all the weapons you're going to be able to use. There's some pretty fun and creative ones. You have the original bazooka and grenade, rockets, some pretty easy stuff, but then you also have something like a sheep mine. What's a sheep mine? I'll show you. Sheep will go. He'll go around an enemy, turn around, and he'll blow the living crap out of stuff. Here's a little tick mine. And that's about all. You also have a wind direction left top corner. Seems pretty basic, but the wind will affect your gameplay quite some bit. Might I add, when you play the challengers, the computer is way too good. They are very, very good, very difficult to actually play against, so I recommend playing on a lower setting. So here's that guy having an epic fail, completely just missed me. So anyway, if you're a fan of the original Worms, pick this up. Pick this up right now. It's one of the best apps you're going to play, especially if you're an original fan. The application, or the game was so much fun when it originally started. In all honesty, they did such a fantastic job on it. It's very, very true to the original game. But if you're not a fan of Worms, I highly recommend that you go check it out now so you can become a fan. The game is pretty addicting, I might add. I'll sometimes just sit around and just play this for like an hour or two, or maybe around 2 hours. I'm not that big of a loser. But you just sit there, you just play, you waste some time. It's a great time killer. You can play anytime you want to. If you have an iPhone, you can play on around the world anytime you want to. Or iPod Touch, you can play local or online multiplayer as well. So highly recommend this one. It's definitely a very, very fun application. That is going to be Worms by my favorite Team 17. Definitely make sure you go check that one out. It's an awesome application and an awesome game. Alright, and my third and final app for this review is Plants vs. Zombies. And yes, I am very aware that I have not reviewed this application yet. I am also very aware that it is an older application, but I still get ton of application requests for this one each and every single day, each and every single week. A lot of people want me to still review this application, so I'm doing this for you guys. Why not? If you want it, I'll definitely review it. This is Plants vs. Zombies, pretty big hit so far in the App Store. It's been around for about half a year now, I'd probably say, and it's definitely made its mark in the App Store. Here's the original. You have to go through adventure before you beat the quick game. I was going through single player, I got through about 6 levels, and then I accidentally deleted the application, so I had to start over. That's no fun. What you're going to be doing is planting different plants in a lawn. As you see right here, this is a lawn, and these zombies from the right side will come towards you and attack. It's very similar to a tower defense game. What you're going to be doing is planting plants anywhere on the screen where there's green, and then they shoot. That's all. It's pretty much the entire thing. You hit stuff, when the stars come down, you'll be able to grow plants quicker, which is definitely a nice feature, because when the zombies start to attack really, really quickly, it becomes extremely difficult to have to plant plants, because you have to wait for the sun energy to build up, and it just gets frustrating, honestly. Up at the top of the screen, you do have this little bar where it will show the progress of the zombies as they come closer to you, towards your plants, and as you see, once you've planted a plant, they do the rest. There's, I think, 6 or 7 different types of plants. That's how far I got to. And they will start to do different types of weapons and power-ups. Some plants will allow you to grow plants quicker. Some plants will shoot 3 darts, or 3 seeds, I guess. They shoot different types of pods. It's definitely a pretty cool application. In all honesty, would I recommend to go pay a couple bucks for this? Probably not. I personally think it's an overrated application. I think it's very fun, very addicting, but it's been out now for about a half a year probably, or at least a few months. I'm not the craziest fan about it. I do stand with my original word. It's a fun application. It's definitely a nice one if there's a light version available for you, but if not, would I recommend to go pick up a paid one? Probably not so much. It's not my favorite one that I've seen today, but it is definitely a nice one. I just think it's a little bit overrated. That's Plants vs. Zombies for you guys. Once again, the 3 apps I reviewed for you: FIFA 2010, Worms, and Plants vs. Zombies. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. I got a ton of apps for you guys later to come and soon to come app reviews. I'll talk to you later. Have a fantastic day.